Welcome back to Chiro Philosophy Mixtape. I'm Dr. James Hopkins, aka Doc Hops, and I am a licensed chiropractor. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. And before we get started, I want to just pay a tribute and say happy belated birthday to Chiropractic, as it was born on September 18th, 1895. It turned 128 years old. And the story is it was created by D.D. Palmer in Davenport, Iowa in 1895, September 18th, where D.D. Palmer was a magnetic healer in this building he worked in, and he created chiropractic on the back of a black man, actually named Harvey Lillard, who was the first chiropractic patient who ran his own janitorial service in that same building. And I guess they were closing up, and Harvey had Dee Dee look at his back with the magnetic healing stuff. And the story goes is that Dee Dee told him a joke and slapped him on the back real hard, and realized that he moved a bone in his spine, and coincidentally it restored hearing in Harvey's right ear, I believe. And so that's how chiropractic was born. And I'm sure the story goes a little deeper than that, but that's the surface level of how it was created. And so yeah, shout outs. So happy belated birthday to chiropractic. And so yeah, so I just want to talk to y'all a little bit. So yeah, I'm rocking some shades tonight. You know, I usually rock my blue light glasses that I got from Felix Gray while I was in chiropractic school. You know, looking at the screen all day, iPad screens and whatnot. I got these from them, Felix Gray, and they're supposed to be like blue light and for nighttime screen time, but I use them in the daytime as well. And I've been using them since like 2019, and they're still in good shape. So shout out to Felix Gray. And they also have prescription lenses that you can also get if you do have prescriptions, an eye prescription. So yeah, and tonight I decided to just rock my shades, you know, cooling out, you know, and I actually got these from Walmart. It ain't fancy or nothing. They're called Piranhas, and I got them from Walmart last year, about $15, and I got them for a chiropractic associate training gig I had up in Atlanta, and I've been wearing them since, and they've been, you know, solid. You know, don't sleep on Walmart, man. They got them deals. All right, and so yeah, and I'm rocking my Che Guevara cap right here. You know, had to represent, and my shirt is actually from JCPenney. I told you about that JCPenney credit card. So it says Future Black History Maker. I don't know if you can read it all, but yeah, it's a good little tee got on, and yeah. So let's get into this video. So the video we'll be looking at today or reacting to is called Visiting a Worst Reviewed Chiropractor, and it's from Vice TV, where they have a series called 1-Star Reviews that is hosted by Taji. And this guy, he goes to different businesses that have very bad reviews, 1-star reviews, and he actually sees if these businesses are as bad as the reviews say they are. And he did chiropractor. And yeah, so we're gonna get into that. And the chiropractor that he experienced was Dr. Abel Rodriguez, who practices in La Quinta, California. And I actually checked, and this chiropractor has only 6 1-star reviews on Google reviews and 8 1-star reviews on Yelp. So that's 14 total 1-star reviews that I found that he had. 14 total. I mean, that's not terribly bad. I mean, he still had like 4.5 stars total. Like, I can understand if he had like 2.5 or like, you know what I'm saying, 1 as his total star average, but he's doing pretty solid. And, you know, but yeah, so I did check that, and that's from up to now, so it's not too bad. And so we're gonna get into that, and you know, reviews with any business is huge because that's a reputation, and a lot of people go off reviews because a lot of them are truthful, but a lot of them I feel like are thrown out of context as well, especially with chiropractic. So I would say, in my personal opinion, that most bad reviews from chiropractors is coming from were they able to take their insurance or not? Like, did they say that their insurance was in network but it wasn't, and they got mad, or you know, something with their insurance, or something with the actual chiropractic adjustments, and whether they didn't get them the results they wanted in a certain amount of time, or they didn't get them any results at all, or they didn't meet the expectations they had for their service of their chiropractic adjusting. And then I feel like the third one is, you know, the cost of care, where a lot of chiropractors have like prepaid plans where you just pay for your whole amount of visits through your care plan, whether it be 3 to 6 months or what have you. A lot of people don't like those prepaid plans, and they feel like they're being sold to, like that kind of thing. So I feel like those are the top 3 reasons why people leave bad reviews for chiropractors. But yeah, it should be interesting. So let's get into the video. All right.
I'm guessing you've never been to a chiropractor before?
Never before.
These are painless adjustments, okay? I don't treat anything. Pull. Okay. Who's nuts? Who's nuts? Nuts.
Wow.
I just made you gluten intolerant.
So you're not evil. So my back has been killing me. Many people in the YouTube comments seem to have some kind of concern about my back. I don't know what it is, but either way, today, the chiropractor. Chiropractor. Okay. So I just came across Dr. Abel Rodriguez. Apparently he's a chiropractor, and he has a lot of 1-star reviews.
Whether you're haunting the streets or just haunting for treats, these teas are the ultimate accessory for your
Abel Rodriguez is a glorified card reader. This approach he uses is no more than a very overpriced $140 magic trick.
I was looking to be adjusted, and instead he told me I need to forgive myself. The day after he did his energy healing and pretend adjustment, I had a terrible migraine and almost passed out reading a book to my son.
He told us he didn't believe that chiropractic worked and that he now used energetic healing and kinesiology.
Kinesology. Kinesiology?
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology?
Kinesiology.
Kinesiology.
I will repeat it more slower. He totally cheated me. What he's doing with this scam is nothing short of evil and malpractice.
If you are looking for card reading nonsense, then this is your guy. If not, don't even bother.
If you don't crack anything, can you even call yourself a chiropractor?
Well, if I've heard anything about going to the chiropractor, it's that it usually results in some sort of wonderful crack and release. No crack.
After him just laying 2 fingers on me all over, he said he was done.
Caused a vertebrae in my neck to go out from the muscle testing, which caused severe headaches and had to be put back in by another chiropractor.
I'm willing to, do anything for the cause. So if that involves, letting this person, try out some kinesiology on my back, then I'm gonna fucking do that. And hope for the best when it comes to my back. Because I sure could use a fixing.
Back to Chiro Philosophy mixtape. And so that was the first intro clip of Vice TV's visiting a worst reviewed chiropractor with Taji. And Taji is pronounced kinesiology. Kinesiology. Kinesiology is the study of movement. That's what I have my undergrad bachelor's degree in, actually. But the kinesiology that they're referring to is something a little different. And so we're going to get into that. And so you see the reviews that his Dr. Abel's patients made, right? So like he does like some like energy stuff mixed with chiropractic, and we're gonna get into like what he's actually doing with the muscle testing and all that. But that's just the intro of like what the 1-star reviews are saying, and so pretty interesting, right? So, and especially the one that said if you don't even crack anything, is that even still considered chiropractic, right? And so there is plenty forms of chiropractic that a lot of people don't know about. Like everybody's familiar with the manual, diversified adjustments that we see mostly on TikTok, right? But there are also other forms of chiropractic techniques that don't get a lot of as much shine as the ones that we see mostly on social media. And so, or even just out in the real world, there's a lot of different specialties, like how she said, how do you consider yourself a chiropractor and you don't crack bones, right? So a lot of those techniques are called tonal chiropractic techniques, where they use the body's tone to figure out where the vertebral subluxation or misalignment is. And actually, chiropractic was actually founded on tone by D.D. Palmer, where he said, we don't want the spinal tissue to be too taut or too tight or too loose either. So there's this middle ground that we want to keep the spine tissue within as far as the tone goes. And so, but yeah, all chiropractic is tonal because that's what it's based on, but you have a subset of chiropractic techniques that can be put in the box of tonal chiropractic, where you may see a chiropractor make gentle touches on your spine, and you feel like they didn't do anything, right? So so there's a lot of that, and we're gonna get into that as well. And so yeah, like I said, like chiropractic adjustments being like the one of the top 3 things that people write their bad reviews on, and like their expectations of that chiropractor's style of adjusting, or how proficient they are in their adjusting, right? So yeah, pretty interesting. And so I just want to get into Dr. Abel Rodriguez's background, because I don't want to just leave him out there like a charlatan. You want to give this man some credit, right? That's part of the channel. So Dr. Abel Rodriguez has been practicing chiropractic for 40 years plus. He graduated magna cum laude from Cleveland Chiropractic College, not the one in Kansas City, but the one that used to be in LA, as they had another campus in LA. And he graduated in 1974 from there, where he received a scholarship as a student from the ICA, which is the International Chiropractic Association, that was actually created by B.J. Palmer, which is Dee Dee Palmer's son, in 1926. And the ICA helped chiropractic gain its official recognition in the States as far as the licensure of chiropractors to practice chiropractic and not be jailed for practicing medicine without a license. You know how that went, as I talked about in my other video. MD versus DC, classic debate, 1979. Go check it out. But and the ICA also kept the vertebral subluxation term within chiropractic that distinguishes it from other healthcare professions, and kept the philosophy and principles intact. So they help with that as well. And so he got a scholarship from the ICA, which was also endorsed by King Coil, which is a mattress company at that time. And I looked King Coil up, and there's still a mattress company. But I don't think we're getting too many mattress company endorsed scholarships in chiropractic right now. Like, I haven't seen, unless I wasn't looking, but that's pretty cool. Let's see what else. Dr. Abel was also a chiropractic professor from 1974 to 1980, and he was also a clinic director of one of the school's clinics. I don't know what school he taught at. I couldn't find it, but I'm just assuming it was Cleveland Chiropractic College of LA. And he also is licensed in California and Hawaii. And in Hawaii, he actually got the best chiropractic in Hawaii for 5 years straight that he was there, and best wellness center. So that's pretty impressive. He's a qualified medical evaluator for the state of California, and he's also a diplomate for the NBCE, which is the board exam company that we take our board exams from. And I guess he gets to have fun writing all those questions we got to answer on the board exams, so that's pretty interesting there. Let's see what else. He on his website, he says that he created a chiropractic technique of his own called neuro-emotional sequential applied kinesiology, and I could not find a website or anything about this technique that he said he created. I don't see a patent or a license or trademark anywhere, but it did remind me of a couple of techniques that it sounds like. And I think he just uses these two techniques and adds his own stank on it, you know what I'm saying? And so the first one is called neuro-emotional technique, which is a technique that supports holistic healing and body function by finding and removing unresolved emotions and stresses that create physical imbalances. And so what it does is it pinpoints if you're having an automatic stress response from a specific thought. So what they do is they ask the patient questions about certain thoughts or emotions that they're having, and they do muscle testing around that. And the muscle testing is called applied kinesiology. So if you go back to his term, neuro-emotional sequential applied kinesiology, sound familiar? So it's like a mix of neuroemotional technique and this applied kinesiology technique that's already been created. So applied kinesiology is muscle testing that is a diagnostic method. What happens is with the muscle testing, with the muscle, whether the muscle weakness or strength could reveal specific imbalances in the body. So when they're doing the muscle testing, if you have a weak response, then that means you have something going on there, and they want to make that muscle strong again, which will improve function of the related organ system, as the muscles, are related to the rest of our organ systems in our body, right? So they use that as a diagnosing method to figure out where your body is dysfunctioning at. And they also incorporate meridians and energy from Chinese medicine and supplement testing. And I shadowed a chiropractor that used applied kinesiology with supplements, where he didn't necessarily do muscle testing to find it. What he did, he had the patient lay on the table face down, and you know how chiropractors do leg checks, as leg checks is a neurological testing that helps the chiropractor figure out where their subluxations are through neurology. So where a leg, there may be a leg length inequality with where one leg is pulling up, like it's tightening that tissue on that side. And so they use that leg checking. And so what he did, instead of doing the muscle testing, like I said, he had him face down on the table, and he would do the leg length equality check, and he would ask the universe. he would ask out loud if this patient needed this certain supplement, right? And he would do the leg check, and if the legs balanced or got shorter, it would give him an indication that they did need the supplement. And then if they did need the supplement, he would figure out the dosage, and he would ask the universe again, does this patient need 2 of these or 3 of these? And he would do the leg checks, and that's how he would figure out what supplements they could use to improve their nervous system as well. And so I don't know much about it, but I did get to see it in real time somewhat, and it's very interesting. So that's the techniques that Dr. Abel Rodriguez is using when he's seeing Taji in this video. So let's continue and see what's involved with it. All right, y'all. So we're gonna cut it right here. So that'll be the end of part 1, and we'll see you in part 2. All right, so stay tuned. All right, peace.